We are the gabbiest gang. Love to talk all day. Don't know what we are saying on the League of Ridiculous Conversation.
Everyone thinks I'm weird because I kept saying Zendaya.
Yeah. I mean,
but nobody paying me no mind.
I feel everyone I have heard say it has said Zendaya. I thought I was in good company.
Oh, no, most people do say Zendaya.
I guess we're all wrong.
I mean, Zendaya. God, I can't even say it wrong.
I don't watch or listen to a lot of entertainment stuff, weirdly enough, so I don't think I've ever heard anybody say her name before.
Oh, that's fair. I started following her on Instagram, and then I started going down like all her old posts, and that's where she was like, "Hey guys, it's Zendaya," and I was like, "Ooh."
Well, since we're on it, it's not Rihanna, it's Rihanna.
Wait, what?
Her name is Rihanna. That's how she says her name. That's her name.
It's Riri.
Because basically her name is Rihanna.
She's Riri.
Because there's an H in it.
I get it.
I
get
that
it. And
part.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying she's wrong. But there's a lot of people
that call her
you
Rihanna.
say Rihanna.
Yeah.
I say Rihanna.
Maybe it's just time to just adapt.
Yeah. I mean, evidently she don't care. Like,
yeah, clearly because it's never been a big thing.
Yeah.
There's no
just like with Zendaya, like she don't care if people say her name wrong. Like,
yeah. She knows she got a weird name.
Yeah.
Euphoria. It's been great.
It's a great show.
I've heard
real
nothing but
great.
good things.
Mm-hmm.
I understand if that show was not for you, people who don't watch Euphoria.
That's fair. It gets real intense, but I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
We've been really hyped up on it.
Had a watch party and everything.
Damn.
Yeah.
Some Game of Thrones shit.
Speaking of really intense, has anybody seen Midsummer yet?
Yes.
We did.
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch it?
I almost left the theater.
Really?
So nobody warned me about the psychotropic drug effects that happen on the screen.
Okay.
Throughout the entire movie.
And I'm just like, oh, okay, we're getting some flashbacks.
Tripping balls.
We're having a moment. Okay.
Yeah.
And they use this thing called shepherd's tone, which is a natural occurring effect that, like, it
makes people tense, right?
It causes, like, intense fear and paranoia in people. Like, it's just basically, it's a natural occurring, like, tone that just, like, gets into your brain and makes you go psychotic. Like, most people...
I don't want to try it. I have a horrible imagination.
It's used often, actually.
Really?
Yeah. In the moments of, like, quiet before explosions, they'll play it. It's kind of... I think it's mostly inaudible.
It is mostly... Well, it's very, very, very low tone.
Yeah.
I have a link to a noise generator online that I'll send you guys, and you can try.
Why do you have a link to this? Are you just trying to fuck with people?
No. Okay, but it's
Wait, this is just a noise, not an actual drug?
No, it's a noise.
No, it's
yeah,
a noise. It's called a shepherd's tone, and it's like a low humming.
Oh, I thought
and
like
it triggers your brain.
It triggers your brain and makes you.
You said tone, I thought toner, and I was like, oh, is this like a new drug that I've never heard of? That's why I was like, whoa, what is this?
Jump straight to drugs.
Yeah.
That's why I said I'm afraid to do it because I have a horrible imagination.
You don't hear about the kids going to the copy machine?
No, but I have, because like this
Thank you,
same...
Jordan. I feel like you really appreciated that.
Jesus Christ.
It's the same noise, depending on the hertz, I think. I don't know. Don't quote me. But can like produce different effects in your body, like the lower
like the
or higher,
brown
whatever.
Oh, like
it is,
the
it's
brown
very
note.
relaxing.
Yeah,
Yes.
technically, kind of like how the brown note is, right?
It's a myth, but yeah.
But it's very much
Is
just
it?
like it can cause like relaxation and nice and da-da-da. And like as it bumps up, it will go to, okay, this is feelings of like alertness and wakefulness, and then it like then you just spike the meter, and then all of a sudden it's panic and fear.
Wait, with this being said, this is what plays out through the movie, right? Because I felt a lot of things in that movie.
a lot of that music that was that like low, like humming, like all of that, it's all underlaid with shepherd's tone. Like I could hear it immediately. I was just like,
yeah, my stomach hurt, and a lot of the times I was like, I can't. I think I already said this on the podcast, but I was just like, for this movie, I can't recommend it to people unless I know it's their jam.
That they don't have a panic disorder.
Yeah, like I could not, like all my other friends, I couldn't be like, oh my god, this movie's so good to them. I enjoyed the movie. It's real fucked up, but I can't just sport it like, oh my god, everyone should see it. I've been very particular on like who I talk to about it or like share it because not a lot of people
or Shaft.
Not a lot of people would understand it in the sense of how fucked up it is because in a lot of movies I laugh at this shit
but there's
and it makes me sound crazy, but I know for some other people who watch it they'd be like, yeah, I can't do this, I'm out. We saw some people walk out. I think like 4 people left the theater.
Oh yeah.
I'm not surprised. I genuinely I got like anxious enough that I like like my partner turned to me and she's like, are you okay? And I'm just like, I'm just gonna breathe through this. We're fine. We paid a lot of stupid money to be at this stupid movie, and I'm gonna watch it.
Did you go to one of them nice ones?
We went to the AMC because it was like, oh, it's hot as balls this weekend.
Yeah, so you wanted to watch
go to
it?
the air conditioning, and guess what? AMC has no air conditioning.
You done fucking up. Go to
no.
Grossmont. Go to the Grossmont Theater.
They're not playing it anymore.
Oh, okay.
There's literally left is like 5 theaters in all of San Diego were
it was
playing
like
it.
It wasn't everywhere. I don't think.
No.
I think
It's
it was
not a
like
movie
they
for
were.
everywhere.
They were
Yeah,
select.
definitely not a movie for everywhere.
Yeah,
But it was. I don't know. It was good.
everyone.
I actually kind of want to go see it again because there's
Now
a
that
lot
you
of
can
secret-y
know,
bits.
Yeah, it's like Hereditary.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
Did
it's
you
like-
see the people who cosplayed as them?
Yes,
on the floor?
actually,
I took a picture. I was like, wow.
I shared your picture with my partner. Cool, because we went thrift shopping after seeing the movie.
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
just happened to find a bunch of those like linen-y hippie
Oh my
dresses.
god, that's so
And it
funny.
like turned around. I'm like, look, babe, I'm the May queer.
And it's perfect too because after you're done cosplaying as Midsummer people, you could just be someone from Fast and Furious because they all wear linen clothes for some reason.
Jesus
I'm-
Christ.
You know, or like somebody from ABBA, like
Also that, yeah.
There you go. You should start just break into
Ace of
song.
Base.
yeah. Oh, I'm now realizing like after the fact, like one of the people I met at Comic-Con was probably cosplaying from Midsummer and not from ABBA. Like after I watched the movie.
Yeah.
We're gonna start singing.
Well, okay,
sorry.
it was very much singing related.
Okay, there you go. That's so funny.
Because I don't know if you guys saw my post about my karaoke bus madness.
I heard about it, but I couldn't follow enough
What?
to know exactly what had happened.
Okay.
I kept it very low key because I couldn't
Somebody didn't want to brag.
I didn't want to brag, but I also kind of do want to brag because it was really freaking rad.
So I saw on Facebook, Caitlin, Sergeant Swiftstitch.
Hi, by the way, I'm on the podcast today, guys.
Our guest today.
We don't do introductions.
That's true.
Unless I can find a moment to like really single the guest out.
I'm back.
Says
Just throw it over at the beginning.
to paraphrase. Last night, karaoke'd with famous people.
Yes,
What is my life?
basically.
Who are these famous people?
Who are these famous people?
Ace from Ace of Base.
Yeah, but bass wasn't there, and that's kind of what you're really there for.
This is where the money is.
But okay, so
It's like getting Simon and no Garfunkel.
Right?
Oh.
You don't give a fuck about Simon.
all right, so Comic-Con tradition of the sci-fi karaoke bus,
Yes,
right? You see it everywhere.
I'm aware
How
of
do you
it.
get on it?
I don't know, and
You
every
wait in
year
line.
I
Did
try
we
to get
discuss
on it.
that? We were
Yeah,
wondering how.
I would
how
love
do
to
you
do
go?
it.
Where do you go?
I want to do it, and so many of my friends who are karaoke nuts like I am have gotten on it, and they won't tell me how they get on this goddamn bus.
Hey,
And so I'm just
friends,
like, hey,
tell us.
It's some kind of secret.
But it's like,
if you know, email us on our
Yes.
on our email.
Which is
LORC podcast at gmail.com.
There you go. You made it.
Thanks.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm not even officially on this podcast, but I know the email address. Come on, Steph, get it together.
I'm sorry, guys.
Everything's the same.
I know. I'll get
But
it better the second time.
She also messes up the name of the podcast too. So it's starting
Yeah.
from a
Also
base
League of
root of
Ridiculousness.
issues.
League of Ridiculousness.
nope.
Nope.
League of Ridiculous Conversations.
There we go.
It's only been 100
Gold star.
episodes.
I think you.
123.
It's been a lot.
We've got gaps.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody knows the karaoke bus, and
Yes.
like in fact, I even got to see Orlando Jones singing "No Diggity" from the top. Like he drove by, and I'm like, "Is that Orlando? That's Orlando. Oh, what is he singing?"
I didn't know celebrities go on there too.
Yeah,
Apparently.
yeah.
Celebrities
Like I've
love
had
karaoke.
like friends that
That
have
makes
gotten on
sense.
it in the past that have met all kinds of crazy people and sang karaoke.
I only
with
know
them.
one friend who went on there, and that was Heidi.
Yeah.
And she was singing A Whole New World.
It's true.
nice.
Yeah.
I still want to do that's
last
still
year?
goals.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it was like this year there was something new. It was the Wired Insider Karaoke RV.
Oh.
Okay.
Sponsored by
Ah.
New Belgian Beer.
Oh, okay. Well,
Sure. Someone's
So,
got to
like-
sponsor it.
Okay, cool. Weird. Random. So we see the bus Thursday night. We're out drinking. We're out on the town. I made the personal decision this year for Comic-Con. I'm lifting in every day.
oh, okay.
I
yeah,
saved
yeah.
up all my money, and I'm like, I'm not going to be dependent on the trolley anymore.
Make life easier.
I'm going to lift in, lift out. I never paid more than $16.
it's not
a
bad.
trip.
Yeah, it's not bad
Like
at all.
it worked out, and I'm like, I'm never going back to the trolley
Yeah.
ever again. Like this was totally, it worked so well for me because I finally got to enjoy my Comic-Con after
Yeah.
hours. Because
Are
normally
you-
I'm
That's
just
good.
so
Yeah,
bummed.
it's a pain in the
That's
ass
fair.
if you're dependent. Like same thing with
Yeah.
the bus.
Yeah.
Like
That's also
you've
fair.
you've got a bedtime much earlier than you'd prefer.
Yeah.
If you're taking the public transit. Are you closer to downtown than me? Like
As the crow flies, no.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm in Lemon Grove, so it's a straight shot down the 94.
okay, I didn't want to say where you live, but
Well,
yeah, you were definitely not closer than
find
me.
me.
So 6, yeah, I know, right? 5 people.
Right. But it's like I go really early in the morning, and I was leaving really late at night.
Yeah.
So, you know, there was one point that I looked it up, and it was
Yeah.
going to be like $22 home, and I'm like, I'll have another beer. It's fine.
Fuck off.
So I saw this RV Thursday night. We're getting a beer, and I'm like, all right, screw it. Like, we have no bedtime. Let's go. We try to catch it, and it takes off. I'm like, well, oh well. Whatever. Friday night, I'm hanging out with a totally different set of friends. We're drinking a beer, and I see it pull up again. I pound my beer and just run through traffic, Frogger style,
Yeah.
to the other side of the street. And I like get to there, and the lady dressed like either Midsummer or ABBA is standing out in front of the RV. And I was like, hey, I saw you guys last night, and I really love singing karaoke, and I would really like to get on the bus, and how do I do that? And she's like, oh, well, you have to follow this social media, and we'll post the times that we're loading the bus. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, okay,
Okay.
what social media? Like,
Okay.
tell me, and I'll do
Yeah.
it, and da, da, da. And she's like, wait a minute. Are you by yourself? Yes. She goes, okay, fine. Come on. Get on the bus.
Now you got to go over there. What?
Now Caitlin's in a cult.
And then it was like, she opens the door, and it's just this like movie moment where the noise just falls out,
Yeah.
and it's filled with people. Filled, like nuts to butts, shoulder
Yeah.
to shoulder people.
Elijah Wood's DJing.
Okay. So I get on. This bus is made for karaoke. Apparently, it's the RVIP is the name of this company, and they drive all around and they host basically parties, karaoke
Neat.
parties on an RV.
Neat.
Cool.
Sounds
So
fun.
they have this whole setup where there's like a host, and he's got a bunch of like he's got a guitar and a violin and like a clacky thingies and
All right.
whatever accoutrement.
Sounds unnecessary for what I would
Yeah.
want, but
Yeah.
okay. Someone's got to
Right.
be the
Someone has a
babysitter.
tambourine.
All the songs are acoustic.
He's pretty fun. He's pretty chill. And then you see like this crusty, dead-headed looking dude in a cowboy hat and cowboy boots, giant funky beard, and he's at the computer. And I'm like,
Gary Busey?
Chris Christopherson?
he had like
Gary Busey.
he had one of those names. It was like
A single name that no one actually gets named. It's a nickname that
Yes,
clearly is
it-
like, you have no other name at this point. Like, this
Right.
is just you.
yes, it was exactly one of those. And
No one names their kid Curly.
Yes, exactly. Okay, you have the gist.
Yes.
I cannot remember his name because I drank a lot of beer that night because what happened is like, oh, it's sponsored. I guess they're just like, there's a bar on board.
Yeah.
I have cash. It's fine. No, it's free. It is filled with free beer.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, oh,
Nice.
heck yeah. And I like get back there and grab my free beer and try and find a place to hang out. And they're like, oh, new girl, you want to sing a song? Like, nobody's up next. I'm like, oh, okay. So I get up and I sing a song, and I get accosted by very drunk women.
Yes. What did you sing?
I sang "Kiss Me" by Sixpence None the Richer.
All right.
I literally
I see where this is going.
These girls are... and the RV is now moving.
Yeah.
So I have a beer and a mic in the same hand. And I'm holding onto a handle with the other. And I'm trying to sing this song while girls are grinding on my leg that I have braced for impact. And I'm like... Okay,
kiss me.
Okay.
Grind.
Kiss me.
Okay, all right.
Is that the She's All That song?
Yes.
Okay.
It is in fact.
She's coming down the stairs.
Yeah.
Kiss me.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
And some girls just on your thigh, just like,
Yes.
oh, yes,
Just
yes,
going
this
off.
is
Like-
my jam.
It
I'm
turns
like,
out
you're too young to even know that movie.
Turns out it was actually Rachel Lee Cook.
No, these aren't the famous people yet. These
Sure.
are the drunk normies that have been on the bus for 2 hours.
God, they don't kick them off?
No.
Oh, that's a
interesting.
problem.
So it's like
How
we're
long
driving,
can you
we're
sit
driving.
there?
Like they can get off on their own free will.
Sure. But that bus needs to empty out like every 2 hour
I
stops.
see.
Right.
Well,
So,
you-
this was
during
this,
loading
this is the
times,
2 hour.
yeah.
This is the 2 hour mark.
Okay.
So that I get loaded on. She's like, you
got
we
good
make
timing.
the stop, and I finish my beer, and I'm like, oh, it's fun, and I don't know what the deal is. And the bus driver in the Midsummer/ABBA outfit steps out of the bus. The doors open, and she gives me the come hither finger, and I'm like, oh God, did I fuck up? Like, what did I do? And I walk out there, and she goes, all right, you rock that song. You're a lot of fun.
You want to go another round?
She's like, next stop, I'm kicking everybody off the bus because we have VIPs.
Ooh.
We would like you to stay on the bus. I'm allowed to pick one person per evening to hang out with the VIPs.
chosen
And like
one.
you
Did
were
Curly get to pick somebody?
Huh?
Did Curly get to pick somebody?
I don't know if Curly had the mental capacity to do so.
Curly's got one job. He's good at it, but he ain't good at much else.
He was mediocre. Watching this man in a moving bus trying to type hunt and peck single finger style.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, who let Grandpa have a keyboard? But so like, all right, we get to the stop. They push everybody off the bus, and she tells me to go to the back of the RV. I keep saying bus, but it's an RV. So they get to the back of the RV, and everybody's staring at me like,
Yeah.
why are you special?
Yeah. Why aren't you leaving?
And I'm like,
Because I rocked that fucking song.
social anxiety. Okay, so then they're like, okay, we're going to go pick up the VIPs now. Da, 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 da. They don't give me any heads up who these people are.
Yeah.
She's just like, okay, cool. So it's just me and then like 6 people that run the bus. The 2 bartenders, the host, the driver, and her PA, and they're be named Curly. Mm-hmm. We go to pick up the next people. I find out through listening in and everything that these are all the executives from New Belgium.
Oh, neat.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm like, oh, cool.
Oh.
And you're all bored as hell. Nobody wants to sing karaoke. It's literally the host is just singing
That's what I'm
songs.
Yeah.
thinking.
And I'm like,
Like just a bunch of real fucking duds.
It's I'm like, this is why they kept me on the bus.
They're also not drunk enough.
It's like, okay, and also there's the barest hint of air conditioning on this RV.
Mm-hmm.
It is a sweat box. I have been
I
at
believe it.
Comic-Con all day
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
I am already overheated. Now I'm 2 tall boys in.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling gross.
Mm-hmm.
I also now have to pee like crazy.
Yeah.
We make another stop, and she's like, we got to get rid of them. They're so boring, and we have another way funner load of VIPs. Let's try and get rid of them. And I'm like, well, these guys said that they want to go to this bar. And she goes, you're our mole now. Cool. We're going to that bar. Let's do this. I'm like, oh, sweet. I'm like totally making my way in this
Downtown.
VIP karaoke world.
Yeah.
And so we drop them off, and then we go to the next VIP spot. In between going to the next VIP spot, I'm like, hey, like, is the bathroom on here functional? She goes, unfortunately, it's not.
Oh.
It's storage. I'm like,
What?
cool.
Wait.
Because
So
they
there's-
don't want you
where
to go
the
in
hell
there.
else are they going to pack an entire night's worth of beer?
Granted.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
but
also 2 hours before anyone could use the bathroom for every stop. Like,
Well, they were stopping really like every 45 minutes to literally just open the doors and like let the air circulate.
yeah,
man, someone's got to rethink this RV.
seriously,
Okay, yeah, right.
the double decker bus.
But she's like, hey, like we'll pull over here. There's a bar here. Maybe they'll let you go use the restroom real quick. I'm like, oh, awesome, good idea. So I jump out of the bar and I go, hey, I just need to use the restroom real quick. I'm like over on this bus doing a thing, and he goes, it'll be $5.
Wow.
I'm like, what? And he goes, the cover's $5. Because there's a live band playing inside. I'm like, no,
Right.
I genuinely, like, I totally lied. I'm like, I'm working on this bus right now. I just need to run to the restroom real quick.
Not working.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not getting paid. But
You're
I'm
interning for
I'm
this bus right
working
now.
It.
Yeah, you are.
So I'm just like, literally, like, picked a 5 out of my. There's no way I'm either gonna piss my pants or I'm gonna pay this guy $5. So
it's so shitty though.
I literally just threw it at him on the ground and walked by. Go in there, come back out. I peed as fast as I possibly could. I literally like ripped my hand open on my overalls trying to take them off so fast. Like, get back in there. And the bus driver, ABBA lady is like, did he make you pay? I'm like, yeah, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. She goes, I would have pissed on his floors. I'm like, oh, I like you. You're fun.
It'll be
duck walk.
$5. Squat.
Right? It was, okay, cool.
Never break eye contact with him.
Look at him like a dog would look. And
Next
then,
Steph just gave this kind of side eye looking up.
yeah, he's gonna look at them.
The over the shoulder, like, why are you watching?
Yeah.
But
This
so,
demeans us both.
But also keep looking.
Yeah.
you're nasty. Get back on the bus, find the new VIPs. The new VIPs are the big guys.
Okay.
So the first person on the bus is Taron Egerton.
Oh my god!
I don't know these, so you gotta like break it down for me.
He's in The Kingsman, and
Eggsy.
he's
Elton
the
John.
new Elton John.
Yeah.
He is as handsome in person.
Oh my
Yeah, I bet.
god!
And I was like,
Oh, with his cute little
Oh.
British accent.
I was
Yeah.
like, okay, all right.
I
I see how this night is going to go. Next person on the bus is Jen Yamoto, like the lead entertainment reporter for the LA Times.
Oh wow!
Oh, wow.
Who,
Sounds
like,
a good
I follow
guy.
her on
Yeah.
Twitter because she's hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's just like, oh, I know who you are.
Yeah.
Next person that gets on the bus is the AT&T girl. She's
Wait.
in all the little commercials. She's the little brunette.
I think a lot
I
of those
keep
run
thinking
together
Flo,
for me.
but
It's
that's
not
Yeah,
Flo,
and
but
that was my
she's-
first thought.
Flo
too.
was
I'm
my
like,
first
She's
thought.
AT&T's response to Flo. It's the same, like,
Yeah.
Okay.
sassy.
Yeah,
I
find
think
her
I
so we
know who
can
you're
see
talking
a
about.
picture.
She's
The AT&T.
super heckin' cute, really funny. But then, like, the next couple of people that are getting on the bus, I'm like, yes, her.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
like,
okay.
you-
Yes.
none of
Yeah.
you look familiar.
She's
I
cute.
have no idea who any of you are, so I start peeking at badges and, like, holding my phone as close to my body as possible
Like
and trying to
Googling and-
Google people's
Yeah.
names
Yeah.
as they, like, come on the bus. Because I'm now, like, I have been given this, like, seat towards the front of the bus to be able to take the mic whenever, like, somebody doesn't want to sing. Because
Okay.
that happened repeatedly throughout the night, is someone would sign up for a song, get too drunk or bored, and not sing the song.
Yeah.
So it was literally like the mic was just handed to me, and I would just,
Okay.
the words are on the screen. Let's figure this out.
Yeah.
It's just basically just like roulette karaoke of like,
Yeah.
I might be awful, I might be great. Who knows? But these were people like, it was like there was a casting director from HBO.
Ow.
There was like it was like a content creator from Netflix Originals. These were all like
People.
Yeah.
Yeah.
people, capital P people, but they weren't like, I recognize you on the street. But
Sure.
these are all people. These are all
Sure.
like,
You
Yeah,
recognize
yeah, yeah.
Eggsy and AT&T girl.
yeah,
Did he
AT&T
sing?
girl and Jen Yamato. What?
Did he sing?
No,
How could he not sing any Elton John
dude.
song?
because
He's not allowed
he
to.
was bored out of his goddamn mind. You could tell the moment he got on the bus, he regretted his decision.
Why am I here?
He literally, he was just like, you just saw him sit down. Somebody handed him a beer, and he's just like, oh, okay. So, like, there was one girl, and I don't remember who she was or how drunk she was already, but she decided that she needed to screamo sing.
Why are there always those people? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right, but it's songs that don't need to be.
There are people who can't sing, but think if they do it differently.
Wait, she screamoed a song that wasn't supposed to be
but it wasn't
screamoed?
like,
Yeah.
but it was just like, okay, like it was like, but it was like she's trying to sing like some fucking like Earth, Wind, and Fire, and she's just like, yeah, and I'm like, no.
Aww.
I remember.
And it was just like, okay, I'm glad that we made a stop because I think I need to go out and have a cigarette because my ears are bleeding. Thanks. But the problem is so we make the stop. We pull over to air out the bus, and we're in the middle of Seaport Village.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was curious on like the route.
Honestly, I wasn't able to pay
Couldn't
attention
even tell.
most of the time. I was facing the wrong direction. But it was like we pull off, we get off the bus. Everybody pours out of the bus because it's fucking on fire at this point now because there's so many people
hot.
in there. But what happens when you let a bunch of drunk celebrities out?
Uh-oh.
They disappear into the night like unsupervised toddlers. But first, they started playing with traffic cones like unsupervised toddlers. I'm watching celebrities like put traffic cones on their head or kick it around like a soccer ball. And the rent-a-cop in the parking lot had an aneurysm. Like just watching just a good 20 people just let out of this RV that is blaring music. You can just watch him like, and he like, Abigail walks over there all cute in her flower crown and her little linen dress and and tries to go talk to this guy. And he's just like, hands on his hips and very like puffy. And she walks back. She goes, he can't fucking do anything. What's he gonna do? And I was like, okay, I'm just here for the ride. This is fine.
You can just like imagine like his text to like his friends, like just saw AT&T girl use traffic cone as a fart amplifier. So weird. I hate Comic-Con.
Basically, but actually,
God,
AT&T girl chilled. Like AT&T girl was about it because apparently like all the other people that were on the bus were people she knew from LA. So it was like they were all like,
is there some kind of theme to these people? Like, is there a commonality?
No.
Huh.
I mean, it's Wired Insider, so it's kind of like it's just entertainment news in general.
Sure.
So I just
what's Eggsby doing on there out of all of them? He just
I genuinely don't know. I think some like his publicist was like, I got you this thing.
You're in Comic-Con. Here, do this party thing.
But honestly, by the time they were picked up, that it was probably close to 11 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
What day was it? Saturday?
It was Friday night.
Okay.
So it was just like, okay, he's probably already gone to like the big parties, and this was just like, yes.
Mega Ran. We were at Mega Ran.
We were watching Mega
Friday.
Man, yes.
But it was just like, oh, okay, well, we get back on the bus, and there's maybe like 12 people left. Mm-hmm. And they're all just drinking beer and having fun, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to sing another song because people keep not singing.
Yeah.
It got to the point where I'm like, it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
The RV only runs if someone is singing.
Basically.
Yeah.
I have sung close to a dozen songs.
Yeah.
I have completely lost my voice. I am croaking my way through some Bonnie Raitt at this point.
Yeah.
Because I've exhausted my repertoire. And at this point, I'm just like, I'm going through my karaoke app from Flicks going like, okay, what song have I not sang?
That's so funny.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
It'll say what songs he's saying?
Well, it's the app in general is actually really, really neat. It allows you to favorite your songs that you sing regularly.
Okay.
Allows you to submit your song to the karaoke jockey, like, electronically.
Okay.
It gives you text message alerts when you're up next.
That's really
Dude,
fun.
that's awesome.
You can change the key of your song before you send it in.
I don't even know my key.
I don't either. I just let it go with what it's got, because the only reason I sing that song is I sing it because it sounds like on what it does on the radio. Like, but it's really, and it's like the app itself. You can put in their show code, so like it downloads
cool.
that KJ has in their library.
Oh, neat.
So I've gone to other bars that use the same thing and just put their show code in. It loads up their stuff.
That's interesting.
This is inappropriate podcast behavior, but what's this app called again?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious just to see.
It depends. You have to know the bar has it. It's just called Songbooks Online.
Sure, but I can just use it as a library for myself, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
let's not stop talking or anything.
No.
My go-to
Hi, hello.
songs
So
are
Songbook Online.
always-
So here.
Oh, there you go.
This is mine. So it's like if I go to favorites, It has everything that I sing regularly,
Oh.
just in a little thing, and I can literally,
that's
if I want it, I'm like, okay, I can tap it, and sorry, the host is not accepting online requests at this time. Which
Interesting.
This one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Also, Anthony,
downloading the fuck out of that.
I've been wondering how, like, would you ever get a karaoke app on your phone?
I've tried it once.
I've tried it several times. I've
the-
downloaded a couple different ones,
Yeah.
and I've never found one that I like or one that won't like continually charge me
Am I
for
thinking
stuff.
Smule?
Yeah.
Smule?
I tried Smule, and Smule only gives you like 2 free songs, and then you have to start paying for them.
Yeah, I think I tried it maybe 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and I was singing with somebody else.
That's weird.
I was the better singer.
I mean, honestly, I don't know. I'm not gonna sing at my phone. I'd rather if I
Yeah.
want to sing karaoke, I know where there is karaoke every night of the week.
Yeah.
Like I know a bar that I like that will be singing. There are 2 backup bars that do karaoke every night that if I absolutely have to, I will go to, even though they're not my preferred bars.
Yeah, those are fun.
Caitlin,
What?
whisper at your daddy. Tell me where to go.
Daddy, don't. Okay, so after tonight, I'm probably going to go over to Flix in Hillcrest because they're the ones that have the app, and it's like a stage. So
Yeah.
like it's where I go to sing the songs I know really
How big
well.
of a stage?
Huh?
How big of a stage? Like, do they do like live bands?
Yeah.
Size stage?
Well, not like big bands. It's probably like 2 queen size beds smushed together. It's
Not
big
bad.
enough to
Bigger
for
than
like
most,
a small
Yeah.
Bigger than most. Yeah.
without a
Good
drum
stage.
kit band.
Yeah.
But you know, it's fun, and it's not a huge. It's like lifted a little bit enough
Sure.
to like get you away from the junkies while you sing.
Yeah.
But it's way more people than my normal place, which is the hole in Point Loma, because it's literally
That's
like.
a long way to go for karaoke. I
Yes.
mean, just for me, and you got to go farther.
But they serve cocktails and pitchers for $12.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
We should tell Marlon and Rachel. They would
it's-
love that.
They do karaoke Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Thursday there's nobody at the bar. So any song that I don't feel quite confident singing anywhere else,
Sure. Yeah.
You'll
Yeah.
try
That's
it out.
I
that's
can
your
go
testing
there
grounds.
and I can sing it. And if I screwed up royally, only 12 people heard me screw it up
Yeah,
royally.
I hear you.
I also I'm really close friends with the KJ there, so he's really good about recommending songs for me.
Oh, that's cool.
And he
awesome.
doesn't make me feel bad if I like call it quits halfway through the song when I realize
Yeah.
this was a mistake.
Dude, I hate when that happens.
I will go there
I'll
for
be
the
confident.
Yeah, I go the distance.
No, they're
Like, well, apparently I can't do Fall Out Boy, but damn it, I got another minute and a half of this song.
Well, it was like one time it was like I had lost my voice and I thought it was back, and then like halfway through the song, I just literally couldn't make noise come out of
All
my
right,
mouth
that's a little
anymore.
different.
I've had
Yeah.
that happen.
Or there was times where I was like, I'm too drunk and I cannot read the words on the screen.
Just make it up.
I'm really good at choruses. It's just the full on where you have to go all out is when I lose my breath.
Yeah.
You gotta stop doing them Whitney Houstons.
It's the
Tone
Celine
it down.
Dion's.
Oh,
Get
yeah,
me.
that'll do it. That'll do it.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll be confident and I'll be like, I got it. And then it gets to the part where you have to yell. And then it's just,
Oh my god, sorry, you're just like all the dogs in the neighborhood just started howling.
it's like the worst.
No,
It
it's fun.
happens. It happens a lot. But I mean, the last couple times I've done karaoke, we've done it at like Claremont area, Convoy area.
Oh, like booth
Which they're not
karaoke
bad,
or
but sometimes they're expensive. For like 2 hours, it's like $80.
that's I won't do
Ooh.
booth karaoke anymore. Like I
It
can't
can be a lot.
I can't fathom paying money for booth karaoke anymore. Like
That's fair.
as soon as
Yeah.
I discovered that I have just
Places.
enough confidence to do it in a bar, I stopped paying for booth karaoke because I'm like,
That's
this
fair.
is.
I like it enough in the instances where like the bars I knew were always super crowded. I get
Yeah.
like a couple songs. Like if I just want to like essentially do a concert and I just wanted to like tear through 12 songs.
Yeah.
And I've never paid that much near.
Yeah.
But the downside to the ones at least that I'd been to, which was like J Music or something, is that their quality sucks.
Yes.
Like their songs are like
That's
half
fair.
of them are like MIDI tunes.
Yep.
Yeah, I've witnessed that. Sometimes we get real lucky. Like, I forgot what one of the places was. I don't think it's chorus, but one of them, like, the videos that you watch while you're singing the song are the actual music videos.
Yep.
So they're the high quality ones, which was nice, but
Sure.
I mean,
but then like
okay.
their mics are super beat up. And,
I get
like,
that.
It's just I hate to be this person, but I am officially a karaoke snob now. Like I've been singing karaoke regularly now for how long have I known?
yeah, but I'm sure you don't just babysit the mic and like not let other people sing.
No. Well, because that's one of my like criteria of like a good karaoke place is how does the KJ process songs?
Okay.
And you know that's actually one thing I like about this app.
Wait,
that
what's
Flix-
KJ? Because I've been
karaoke jockey. Like DJ is a disc
okay.
jockey, so KJ is your karaoke jockey.
VJ is a thing that used to exist on MTV.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like Sway
DJ
or Kurt Loader.
Kurt Loader was never a VJ.
Yeah, he
he
was the news
was
guy.
always a news correspondent.
As the kids call him.
Jesus Christ.
But like the app will do like if it's your first time singing, it'll bump you up in the list for the person doing it. Like
neat.
it puts an indicator on it, it'll bump you up. If you sung after that, then you'll file in first come
that's
first
neat.
serve.
That's
But
kinda
like
cool.
I prefer, you know, people who aren't using the app that'll cut in newbies and people who've sung before and like
How do you feel about people who like slip the KJ like a 5 or a 10 to get ahead of line?
I struggle with it on two different sides of the coin. As somebody who is singing, it is frustrating for me that who have waited, especially when I'm at a really, really busy bar like Red Wing or something like that, and I've
Yeah.
been waiting
yeah,
to
I've
sing
gone
my
there.
song for a good 45 minutes, and I
Yeah.
watch somebody put like a $5 bill in, and they're up like that.
Yeah.
That pisses me off to no avail. But on the flip side of it, now being really close friends with my KJ from the whole, is that I understand how much work and how much those tips mean.
Yeah, they're not making bucks.
They're not. They're really not. And you know, he's doing it as almost he's a caretaker for his mother during the day, and he's a KJ at night. Like that's literally his
That's
job.
his life, yeah.
So you know, he does Thursday, Friday, Saturday at the Hole, and he does Tuesday at El Camino. But it's just one of those things where it's just like, I want good KJs to get tips.
Sure.
But my problem with Red Wing is that the KJs there are not friendly. They're grouchy. They play favorites. Same thing with Lamplighter. I will never go back to Lamplighter. Because not only do they put people who tip way ahead of line, they put regulars ahead of line.
Yeah, I've been a regular, and like I've never asked for that treatment. Like I just want to wave to you. You know I'm here, and I know now that I'm in rotation.
Right.
That's all I ask.
Yeah.
Well, and it's one of those things where it's just like, because I've been singing karaoke at the Hole for probably 3 or 4 years, and a period of time the Hole was closed for reconstruction. So we were going to the Lamplighter every week for like 4 months. And at that point, we still weren't regulars.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm done paying cash dollar, because they're cash only bar, for weak drinks and waiting way too long to sing, because now I'm not having fun.
Jeez.
I'm stunned still, places that if you've got like 4 walls, if you are a fucking building that isn't on wheels, and you're still only taking cash, like what fucking time era do
What
you live in?
century
Taxes.
is it?
Who?
Taxes.
Yeah, I mean I get why.
Take that, Texas.
I get why, but it's like
I don't
that's
carry
just
cash.
not that's just
That's
not
fair.
where we
I
live
get
anymore.
I just
Some
don't.
people
Like,
don't
I
carry
really,
cash.
literally, I pull cash out for reasons. I don't pull cash out to have cash.
I pull
almost-
cash
It's a
out
lot to
because
keep up with, though.
I only pull cash out because someone I know doesn't have Venmo. That's
Fair.
That's it.
That's fair.
Everything
Yeah.
else.
Make them download Venmo.
I did, Mom.
Oh, This is a motherly call out.
No.
Like, I'll bring cash if I'm
yeah, but-
specifically told to bring cash for some places.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Or
if-
like-
cons.
Yeah, cons.
That's different.
Yeah.
You know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're a building, if you're a business in a building,
Brick and mortar.
pay
You
your
just want-
fucking
yeah.
taxes. Let me use a card.
That's fair.
Join the 20th century, please. I don't need you on my level, but at least the one behind me.
Oof. No.
Yeah, that's.
But it's fun. I mean, I don't know. It's for me just I enjoy doing it. Considering I had such like violent stage fright growing up, I don't know how in 9 hells all of a sudden now I know how to sing karaoke. But
I still like that.
it's actually
A lot of
I have
people
horrible
think that
stage
I'm
fright.
not shy at all, but I can get shy.
I still get anxiety
I
sometimes.
get really nervous to sing in front of people because then I feel judged. But then there's a point where I don't care because then I'm like, I'm not that bad, so I'm fine.
All right.
okay.
So we'll just
I'm
do
just saying, I think I'm okay.
League of Ridiculous Conversations needs to have
A karaoke.
a field trip and come out on a Thursday to the hole
It's
and
game night.
Come
cancel
out
it just
on
once.
It's my serious game night.
Okay.
We'll do one. I just don't know.
Well,
when.
they also do it Friday and Saturday. Problem is Friday is also beer pong night. So
Sure.
it's filled with obnoxious dude bros.
Yeah. I'll give you a Wednesday, Tuesday.
Tuesdays is Flicks, which is where I'm going after recording. Because it's happy hour all night.
Nice.
So $4 wells. Woo! But it's like they also do Saturdays are not too bad at the hole. You probably have to wait 30 minutes between singing.
That's
as long
pretty
as you're
good.
signing up regularly. And also
Like-
depends. I've been to Saturday nights where there's maybe 30 people in the whole bar.
Because I'll go to the old sod on a Saturday night, and I'm waiting 45, maybe even an hour.
I remember I went for your birthday and I signed up the moment I got there.
Yeah.
And 2 hours later, they're like, cool, we're done. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it happens.
I guess I'm not singing.
Yeah. And I don't consider myself a regular, but I am known to run with regulars, so
Right.
I get some of that regular wash off. And still, like, you know, I hate showing up 10 o'clock, 10 to 11, and only getting 2 songs in.
Yeah.
Like, that sucks for me. Any night I go out karaokeing, I want at least 3 songs.
On a good, solid night on a Thursday, I'll go, if my voice will hold up to it, I'll do somewhere between 5 and 7 songs.
Yeah,
Are
that's
they
solid.
all
So-
the same like tempo, or you got your slow songs,
I
maybe
have
a ballad,
I
maybe
have-
a fast one?
It's a ramp up of difficulty level. There's songs that I know by heart,
Yeah.
and then I'll spatter in some maybe ones that I don't know very well, and then there's my like I
Do
have
you
a,
still, like, even the songs you know by heart, do you still, like, keep looking to the screen, or will you step away from the screen ever?
it depends. Kiss Me by Sixpence None the Richer. Don't need a screen. Can do that one by heart. Something to Talk About by Bonnie Raitt. I have proven that I can do it without the screen because I remember I was at some bar and the screens kept going in and out. So
Yeah.
I just kept singing, and then as soon as the screen would pop back up and I'd realize that I am exactly
Still-
on point,
still right
I'm
where you
like,
gotta be.
yes!
Oh, that's awesome.
But I've also been singing these songs solidly and consistently
Yeah.
for
For
anywhere a minimum of 4 years, probably close to 6.
Right on.
Actually, it is roommate and pickle hookup or former pickle hookup, Alan, that got me into karaoke. I used to kind of like it, but he used to be a bartender at this just literal. It was called the Last Call, and it was the tiniest hole in the wall,
Divey as fuck.
divey biker bar.
Yeah.
But something happened where all of our Ren Fair friends would show up on a Thursday night and take over this entire bar with nothing but nerds.
Yeah.
And it was so bizarre. But I was like, oh, these are my people. Like, these are all my friends. So I don't feel like judged singing in front of my friends.
Yeah.
This is totally fine. And doing that for a couple years was like, oh, okay, now I'm going to try other places. And then I found, let's go try
Do
here.
you remember the first time you did karaoke?
Yes.
Okay, hold on to that thought for a second. Jordan, Steph, you two have done karaoke?
Yeah, in my life.
like not just karaoke in front of family, but like
no,
at,
like
at
in,
a legit
like
karaoke
in a bar.
place?
You've karaokeed in front of strangers.
Nope.
No?
Absolutely not.
Wimp. Steph?
I'm not going to do that. Actually, no, shit, I have done that once.
Yes.
All right, so I'm assuming, Steph, that
But
you
I forgot.
don't remember like at least one of the first times, like the earliest time you remember being in front of people.
Her eye is twitching. She's thinking too
I'm
hard.
trying to think. Because... Did I?
She's just trying to sift through like
Smoke starts.
a pond of photographic memories. She's trying to
Because
like
it was
sift
like,
through.
It's not necessarily... I don't know. It was like one of those like festivals, but not like it's family and friends, but it was more than at least 100 people that I
So
had to
they're
sing
still
in front of.
strangers.
That counts.
It's okay if family and friends are there. They're probably usually going to be there.
Okay,
but
then yes.
Strangers, majority strangers.
Yes.
What was the first song?
I Will Survive.
Nice.
Yeah.
And why? Why did you go up?
Because my dad said to.
Is this
That
like,
was it.
Is this like a song that you've like sung like previous
I am.
in front of family and stuff? Like, are you known to like be such a big fan of the song by like your dad specifically?
My dad said I can sing that song, so he made me sing that song. Which I'm pretty sure there's still parts that I can.
Well, the
I'm
words are
like
there.
at 80% in my confidence with that song.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay. I exaggerated a lot, but it's fun.
Yeah, own
What
it.
it's there for.
Jordan, so you think you have then?
I have, yeah.
What
once.
was it?
It was Angel by Shaggy.
Nice.
No. That's always fun.
Was not my idea. I was at the Tilted Kilt
Oh.
in Mission Valley
Yeah.
because it was a friend of mine's birthday, and then her friend was like, "We're gonna do karaoke." I'm like, "I don't want to do. You're doing karaoke." So we went and did karaoke. She did Shaggy's parts, and I was doing the singing part, and I can't sing.
Yeah, I would have thought you would have done the Shaggy parts.
I would have hoped so.
At least that you can kind of play up,
Yeah.
and your singing quality doesn't need to be so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, so that I didn't like that at all.
My first one was when it's 2002. And I only remember because I was in Colorado, so it's a very specific time in my life.
I was 12.
Why do you do this to me? You fucking
I was
asshole.
12 too.
You both can fuck off. I'm fucking 20.
Was that 7th grade?
And I was working at a ski resort, and the ski patrol was having their Christmas party that had karaoke, and I was working. And I did Pearl Jam's Last Kiss because it was a song that I felt I knew well enough. The ski patrol had all pretty much tapped out and gone skiing. I don't know what the fuck they did.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, like I wanted to, and like I'm 20. I'm not like a bar patron yet. I haven't bounced around. This is like my first experience with karaoke. Period.
Yeah.
And I went up. I feel it did pretty good. Everyone thought it did pretty good. Caitlin, what was the first karaoke song that you can remember you did in front of strangers?
First karaoke song was Dream a Little Dream by Mama Cass in that divey biker bar. And I picked that song because they had a tradition that if you did not pick your own song, you were forced, as a newbie, as a first-timer, you were forced to sing either Aqua's Barbie Girl or Madonna's Like a Virgin. And I did not want to sing either of those songs in public.
I would do Barbie
I'll
Girl.
do Barbie Girl.
Okay, I was about to ask.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I had this, at this time
The other
now,
one was Like a Virgin?
with my confidence, I will gladly sing Barbie Girl and have.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
I am.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Are we gonna keep going?
No, we're gonna.
Logically, we should have stopped out of
I
that.
remember that.
Yeah. That's where that was. Unless we're gonna continue with the song.
Yeah, that's true.
I would have done Like a Virgin, honestly.
I didn't know the words.
I don't
I
have
was
much
not a
confidence.
Madonna
I feel
fan.
I know it well enough that I
Touch
could
for
keep
your
pace. I could keep rhythm.
No,
I knew
know,
I
definitely
knew
would
Barbie
do it.
Girls
Figure it out.
because I to this day I still have that Aqua album.
Nice.
I think it does that whoa whoa part, and I
Yeah.
don't like it. That's the part I don't want to do. That's the one thing in karaoke that I start to hate. When you start to do some songs and
Repetitive
there's just that
vocalization?
repetitive
Yeah.
thing that just keeps going, and then it just feels like it doesn't end, and you got to do it again and again, and then the fade out, and still repeat it.
The 3-minute outro to Beatles' I Want to Hold Your Hand that is literally saying, I want to hold your hand over. I almost started crying because I love that song. And I'm just like, okay. It's over.
So
and I looked at the bottom bar because it had like a progress bar. And I'm like,
oh
no, I've made a mistake.
It's like In the Road by Boyz II Men.
I got a friend when I was in Austin. Like that was when I really was karaokeing the fuck out of life. I had a friend Shaylin who was so. No, that's a god I worship in Pathfinder.
Yay!
Okay, all right,
Shaylin.
all right.
Maybe it's Barry. Don't remember the name.
It's a very similar name to it, and now I keep saying the wrong name. In my head.
Shaylin,
Anyway,
the god of
Shaylin.
greed,
art and beauty.
art and beauty.
So she was very good. She was a very good singer. Like, hey, you should at least try to get onto American Idol. Like
no wonder you thought she was the goddess Shaylin.
Yeah. But one of the songs that we, in fact, would request directly to the KJ that she sang was the Cranberries' Zombie.
I love
I
that
like
song.
Linger. Zombie I don't have down.
But because there is that long stretch where it's just
Yeah.
And
why I
then
won't
imagine
sing.
your drunk friends out in the crowd going, "Oh yeah!"
That's why I won't sing
Yeah.
that song. I love the Cranberries.
Just like dry humping their chairs just to fuck with you.
I love the Cranberries. It comes on while I'm in the car. All the windows are rolled down. Music is all the way up, and I am singing it to those in traffic with me. Mm-hmm. But I
Nothing's wrong
will
with that.
never sing it at karaoke because I'm like, I cannot make those orgastic dolphin noises into a microphone on purpose.
Yeah. That's I can't think of any other song right now, but that is true. Some of the parts I just don't like when you have to keep repeating it. That's
Yeah.
where that's where I stop.
There's I've done Pearl Jam Jeremy, and there's a long stretch of just like repetitive noise. I'm like, like I don't know what to do here. Long breaks between like chorus and verse and bridge and stuff. Like I
those
just
drinking breaks.
yeah, but sometimes they're so long you're just standing there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just dance. If it's a solo, at least I've got an air guitar to do. But sometimes it's just dull, and you just look out to the people who are only kind of listening to you in the first place, and like, I don't know what to do either here.
There's one of those in Kiss Me, which is hard, and I've just learned to do that like 90s like shuffle shoulderless sway, and yeah.
So you're doing the 2-minute intro to Goo Goo Dolls' Iris.
Great.
Yeah.
It just keeps fucking going.
Yeah, a long intro,
And then the long break in the middle.
Dun, dun. Yeah, you're just waiting.
It's just like after about a minute and a half. And I don't want the
The problem is that's the thing, that if it's not a good karaoke file that doesn't have the lead in after those long pauses,
then all of a sudden
I'm screwed.
Yeah, I need a count in.
There's an Alanis Morissette song that I do that has a weird break and the song starts back up on a really weird note, and even though I've sung this song easily 100 times, I will sometimes miss that lead in.
Yeah.
Because there's no count in most files that I have found that other people use, there is not a count in for that.
Yeah,
It drives me bonkers.
I really enjoy doing "Take Me to Church," but like pretty much I only go to Sod because those are the people that I know and anyway and all. But it doesn't have a count in, and the words begin very soon. There's a half note, and then it begins. And if the bar is too loud, I don't hear it, and all of a sudden the letters are changing color. I'm like, got humor. Oh my gosh, shit. I feel like a real asshole now.
And that's the worst, because you're like, if I fuck up on the first verse, no one's going to pay attention to me for the rest of the song. I'm screwed.
I've already lost everybody.
Oh, God.
We will find a day. I want all of us to go out to karaoke.
That'd be super fun. I'm super down.
And we'll IGTV it.
What was I gonna say?
It's always too loud, though. I mean, unless you know the bars that wouldn't sound like noise distortion.
I mean, it's still gonna sound like ass, but.
That's fair.
All right, good point. She got a good point, guys. Yeah.
I think another thing I hate too is if you don't know what the tempo is. Some versions really suck.
Well,
of certain
that's
songs.
if the song version they have is off tempo or something.
It throws me off
Or
completely.
if the words are not synced with the music.
Yep.
I've dealt with that before.
Well, you know
I think we tried to sing No Scrubs one time, and it was just like ridiculously fast that no one could keep
Yeah.
up, and we just stopped.
And you know what they say, Steph? Slow songs are for skinny hoes.
Oh yeah.
Wait, who says this? Where did this come from?
Something tempo.
What meme did you find this off of?
It's a Lizzo song.
It's a Lizzo
It's
song.
called Tempo.
I love Lizzo.
I like her. She's fun. What's her last lyric when we were talking about Truth Hurts? Oh yeah. I just got my DNA test. Turns out I'm 100% that bitch. Even though I'm crying crazy something, I forgot the rest. But there was another one and what was that other? There was a lyric that you really appreciated and I can't think of it.
No, she broke it.
Yeah, I messed it up.
It's not broken, but
That's why I've been angled like this. Jordan saw me and he was like, "Why are you looking like this?"
I was trying to signal to Steph to like direct her mic towards her mouth.
You know what I saw you do? I saw you do this and I wanted to go like this bad.
I'm like, are we singing Baby Shark and hand signals? Like,
Oh shit. Well, I was gonna ask who the fuck Lizzo was, but that seems irrelevant at this point.
She is.
she is a new pop singer.
She a real person?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's a big, black, beautiful woman.
and has amazing lyrics,
She-
and
she
she
has
is
the best
trained at
lyrics.
Juilliard in the flute.
Yeah. Like, she was
it.
performing during the BET Awards, and then she busted out the flute. Like,
At Coachella, her sound went out,
yeah.
and she just couldn't get the sound to come back, and they were having all these problems, and she's
Yeah.
like, fuck it, why am I Juilliard trained? Goes backstage, pulls out the flute, and proceeds to finish her set a cappella with the flute.
Wow, she's such a badass. I
That
love
is
it.
awesome.
She's so fun.
Just do yourself a flavor. Go look up Juice.
Juice is
That's
the
a great
best song.
song.
Juice is her like biggest hit. It's one of the most popular ones right now. The lyrics are fantastic, and the music video is even better.
The opening to the second verse.
Oh, that's what I...
Oh no, no, I'm not a snack at all. Ooh, baby, I'm the whole damn meal.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Fucking love it.
If you got Spotify, just look her up.
I'll look her up
It's
and
so
listen.
good, and a lot of like that's her like super popular song, and a lot of the other stuff. If you go to like if you just search her on Spotify, like her first like top 5 songs, it gives you a really good sense of like her lyrics are just super clever, super poppy and fun, and even some of her slower songs are just like I don't know, like the lyrics
She's
just
real comedic too,
Yeah.
and I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, she looked like she got a sense of humor.
Like what's another verses? Somebody. Oh well, she's just really funny how she says it, and it's really cute. Somebody come get this man. I think just
Lost in my DMs.
What?
My DMs.
You better come get your man. I think you want to be way more than friends.
What?
More than friends. What you want me to say? It ain't my fault. But it's so
See, we're
fun.
just having
It
our own
is so
karaoke. Like this
fun.
is we
It
don't
is
need
the
to go to
best.
a bar. We're just do.
Yeah, we'll just do it here.
I just sent you a link to the album.
All
on
right, I'll check
Spotify.
it out after
So
the
good.
podcast.
It makes you feel good.
It does. It's boppy. Like
Yeah.
you don't want to like it at first because it's so boppy, but then you're just like,
Oh, I love that shit. I
Oh,
love.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
no, that's
love
Jordan's
pop.
jam.
Like-
It makes you want to get up and dance. Literally.
yes. It's my like if I like am falling asleep on my drive to work, like I'll just turn it on because it's just loud enough and excited enough that I'm
Yeah.
just like,
I like
yes.
that. It's fun. Good times, good times.
So did you get up to anything else crazy at Comic-Con?
Yes.
I know your Comic-Con got cut a little short.
It did. My Comic-Con got cut very short because Saturday morning as I was walking into the convention, I
Hungover?
What?
Hungover?
Surprisingly not.
Huh.
Good job.
Because I didn't want to have to pay $5 to pee again, so I didn't
You just
drink that much.
retained your... Oh, okay. You stopped drinking at that point.
I did. I probably had like 5 beers while I was on the RV.
Okay. It's enough to get drunk, but
Oh yeah, I was
Not blackout
solidly
for most.
enjoying myself.
That's
okay,
good.
there you go.
But it was like, and I got off the bus at like 1:30. I like tap out. I'm done. They're like, okay, well, we're gonna like unload the VIPs and just go get like one more load of normies. Are you sure you don't want to stay? And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm done. And they're like, all right, cool. Come back tomorrow. I'm like, on it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I know this is going back on the subject that I'm trying to bail on, but I would 100% make this my job.
Yeah. No.
Like,
yeah.
To like host the party RV.
Yes.
That'd be really fun.
Actually, they want me to come back next year too. So I got all their information. There is a potential that I can get a paying gig with them
Holla at
after
your boy.
hours to do it with them. So I am 100% looking forward to it.
Right on.
Okay, so fast forward to Saturday morning. I'm walking. Well, first thing Saturday morning is I get visually assaulted crossing over the giant footbridge. By people in Guy Fawkes masks, hoods and capes,
Oh, yeah,
and
these
anti-vaxxer signs. And so I'm like, okay, this is not how I wanted to start my morning, but I need to educate some people. So I very quietly, to every person as I pass by them, I'm like, you're wrong. He was discredited. I hope you understand how many babies you're killing. Have a nice day. You're dumb. And just not confrontational, just very quietly said my piece to every single person as I walked by them. And it made me feel better. It probably didn't do anything, but it made me feel better.
Yeah.
I get to the other side of the footbridge, and then you get into like the cattle herding narrow down when you start getting into the Hall H line area.
Yeah.
And so we're all being herded into the sidewalk, and this guy keeps trying to elbow past me from behind, and I'm trying so hard to just like deal with it. We're all being jostled. We're all shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
And I like turn around and I like kind of like glance at this guy, and I regret that I didn't see his badge or his face or anything like that. But I'm like, hey buddy, we're all going to the same place. Chill out. So he proceeds to shoulder check me into the street.
Oh, what a piece of
Yeah,
shit.
shoulder check is
Yeah.
Okay.
Like just and like playing hockey, like gets me into the street. One leg stays on the curb, the other goes off the curb. So
now
I
you're coming down on an angle.
come down on an angle. I dislocated my knee very briefly, and it's something that happens a lot. Like mine, I just have bad knees.
Yeah, I think we mentioned this on a previous podcast.
Yes.
Your knees.
My knees are a tragic mess from years of competitive horseback riding. But I'm like, okay, this is a thing. I'm in a lot of pain. This really sucks. I'm going to hobble my way back to the convention. I don't really have a choice right now.
a lot of people witness this, right? Like you just go down.
I didn't go down. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I stayed vertical, but like
You still hurt
people,
okay.
I think a lot of people just assumed that I like stumbled.
Yeah. Did you call this piece of shit out or something? Like you?
I
yell
literally
at him?
I screamed obscenities and like he was wearing a blue shirt.
Yeah.
That's literally
the
all I
herd
had.
keeps moving. Even
The herd
like,
keeps moving, and he
you're-
got
you're
his
You
stopped
suck,
momentarily.
blue shirt.
Yeah, blue shirt dude.
Sorry.
You're stopped momentarily, and now he's 20 people ahead.
Right.
Like that's just
Yeah.
how this crowd is
It
kind of
really,
moving.
and that was the thing is that everybody since that was like, "What did he look like? What was his name? Did
Yeah.
you see his badge?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah, it's not a thing you think about to do.
Right. Well, and so I get back to the convention center, and I have to pick up my repair pack because one of my friends who has a booth in the dealer's hall was very kind to let me store my backpack at her table the whole weekend.
Oh, okay.
Which allowed me to go out after night. It was one of the main reasons that I could actually enjoy myself is that
Yeah, you didn't have to carry.
I didn't
your
have to carry my
stuff
backpack
around.
everywhere
Yeah.
I went. I was like, all right, cool. Hall closes. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clocking out, like backpack is stowed, not a problem. So I'm like, I have to pick that up. Like it takes up too much space at her booth, so I'm gonna grab it. I get in there, pick up my backpack. I'm sitting there like I'm hurt. Like
Yeah.
I'm really hurt. So I start to like limp my way towards the first aid center, and at this point, some of the cosplayers that follow me saw me and they're like, "Oh God, what are you hurt? Like what
Yeah.
happened?" Da, da, da. Explain the story. like, oh my God, you need to go to first aid. I'm like, that's where I'm
working
going.
on it.
I'm
Yeah.
coming.
And so then I get a personal bodyguard squadron of cosplayers. I've got Buffy the Vampire Slayer, some wonder something, and some dude in a bright red alien suit with a silver helmet. I don't know. It's all a blur. But I love the gal, and her Instagram handle is not a Hepburn, because her name is Audrey, and everybody's just like, what?
Yeah.
Audrey Hepburn? She's like, no. But she does amazing. Like, she's just a Whedon file, so she does all of the Buffy and Firefly.
So at not a
stuff like that.
Hepburn.
Not a Hepburn. She's lots of fun. Check them out. But so she's in her Buffy, and she's got her crossbow, and so she's holding her crossbow up and like move out of the way, injured person. And I'm like,
Our patron saint of cosplay is her.
basically. So they're I get this guided export out of the dealer hall to the first aid, and I tell them what happened. I'm like, hey, this is what happened. It hurts a lot. It doesn't look swollen. I think I got it back into place. And they're like, okay, sit at the chair in the end. I'm like, okay, you're gonna make me walk further.
Yeah. Are they like...
They're rent-a EMTs.
Okay, so they're not like completely useless, but...
No, like these are people who are certified. They're
Okay.
medically certified to be EMTs. Here's the joke. EMTs don't have to go through a whole heck of a lot of certification. A lot of what EMTs are there for is to triage to get you to where you're going.
Yeah.
So when you get these rent EMTs, it's basically the same thing. It's like, yeah,
Yeah, that's her.
that's her. That was the outfit that she was wearing while she rescued
Nice.
me. They're really there to just give you an aspirin, get you on your way.
Yeah. I was kind of wondering like what level of care they're giving.
None. Because so it's like they make me walk further away to sit down. I'm like, okay, just hobble. I'm not putting any pressure on it at that point. And then I'm like, can I get some ice? And they're like, I guess. What? Okay, sure. Thanks. I guess.
Thanks for the attitude.
They bring a baggie of ice, like ice, not even like one of the like a icy pack or anything like that, like a literal like trash
ice.
bag of ice.
They went to Starbucks, filled up a snack bag, and came back to you.
And saran wrapped it to my knee and was like, you can sit there. I'm like, okay, thank you,
Yeah.
I guess. They come back less than 10 minutes later, cut it off my knee, and take it away from me.
We need this for somebody else.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm like, can I, if it's about sitting here, like, I'll find somewhere else to sit. Like, can I get another one to go? Like, I'll get out of your hair.
Yeah.
Please. And they're like, no, it's 20 minutes on and 30 minutes off. You can come back for another one. And I was like,
Dude, what the fuck?
Jesus.
instantly started crying. Like, I just lost
I would have.
Yeah.
all like ability to be an adult in that moment, and I just had a toddler meltdown of like, I just want my ice pack.
Yeah.
And so that in that beautiful moment, I realized that the new eyeliner I had bought for the weekend was navy and not black. And that it was a really weird formulation because as I started to cry, these bright teal streaks started dripping down my face and smudging up into my eyes. And all of a sudden I started looking like a Cirque du Soleil character of just bright teal drip. I'm like, okay, like aesthetically, I'm really into this look if I wasn't.
Sure.
But
Should have found me. I got some strong stuff. I had some strong stuff on me at the time.
Not strong enough.
no, and
No,
the problem
didn't do
is
it for you.
Nope.
Did you feel it?
No.
Oh,
But
didn't
it
give you
was
enough then.
Started like it was staining, and so Nada Hepburn's like, I have little makeup wipes, and so she's trying to like wipe
Aw.
me down, and she's trying to take care of me. She goes, "What can we do for you? What do you like? It's fine. I'm just gonna go find somewhere to sit down, and it's fine, and it's okay. You guys done it. It's fine." And they're just like, "No, like Caitlin, stop it. Like,
Yeah.
what can we do?" And I'm like, took a deep breath. I'm like, "No, it's fine. Really, it's fine. I think I'm literally just gonna go find somewhere to sit." And I knew I had friends in the smokers patio down at the bottom of A because it's the only smokers patio that's shaded.
Yeah.
And it's actually the best smokers patio to hang out at if you are a smoker because that's where all the industry people go. All of the people that work in the hall,
Yeah.
Go to that.
we'll go to
area.
A.
That's a long. Well, where's the first aid? B.
Yeah.
All right, still kind of a long way to go.
It was a trek, and I hobbled, and I figured it out. I
'Cause
had
you had to walk from H to inside to B.
Yeah.
Just to get to first aid, which for everybody else who's not familiar is
H to A is a mile long.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Jeez.
I did not know that.
I learned that from somebody who worked at the convention 2 years ago.
Okay, so I mean that's in a straight line. You went inside, and
Yeah.
this isn't walking. This is shuffling.
Yeah. I made it very slowly there.
Yeah.
And roommate Alan came and found me and was like, all right, come on.
The dude abided.
The dude abided. And he's like, come on, we're going to go to a panel. It's got our favorite podcaster on it. Let's go. And
Did we
he
have a
shuffled
panel?
me.
Was that when
Did
we
we
saw
do a
you
panel?
at
I don't
No.
remember doing a panel.
in front at Horton? Was that when I saw you at Horton? It
It
was you and
I was
Alan.
after, yeah.
It was after. Okay.
Yeah, he basically was my babysitter for the rest of the day, which was really cool. But we went and sat with on a panel that was influencing the next generation of geeks, and it was like really, really cool. And it had a couple of the McElroys on it. I know, I love you guys. You guys are you're my favorite home team. They're my favorite out there people.
I do enjoy thrift shop.
That's Macklemore.
I want to kick you, but my legs are too short.
I'm just doing the Jordan thing right now.
Thanks. Thanks.
The McElroys are really funny, though.
See?
Yeah.
They're awesome.
I'm aware of them. I just
Yeah.
don't. I don't
love
listen to their
them
podcast.
so, and
They
I
all
just-
kind of talk like this. They have really nasally voices.
some of them, yes.
Sounds like a delight.
But
But they're really funny.
they're really freaking funny. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I gotta figure this out. And I text my partner and she's like, okay, I'm bringing you a knee brace. I'm buying you a cane at Walgreens and I'm bringing you some CBD ointment and I'm driving it downtown for you. Where can I meet you? So my girlfriend, who is now officially the coolest girlfriend in the world,
Nice.
So sweet.
met me she braved the gas lamp
Yeah.
in a vehicle of her
Oh,
own
boy.
to bring me these things.
Paid $50 in parking.
No, she found street parking
What?
on Market and First.
That's a lie. None exists. I've heard rumors, but I
found-
thought it was a myth.
No, she found metered street parking.
Wow.
Yeah, she got
Yeah.
real lucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
For
did.
her.
She's like, I paid $1 in parking, whatever. And I was like, yeah. And so she's like, she took my repair kit away. She's like, you are not carrying 40 pounds of super glue.
Yeah.
I'm leaving you with a fanny pack and a side bag, and that is it.
Here's a Cliff Bar.
Basically, yeah, no, she's just like, she started going through she's like, all right, you need your headphones? No, you don't. You need your wallet? Yes, you do. And she's just like unpacking all of my stuff and whisked me away. And then Alan was basically my bodyguard for the rest of the evening as I caned my way through the gas lamp
In his bathrobe.
in his bath. Right. It was a sight to see.
The pickle hookup roommate and all around good dude Alan, he dressed it up as Thor dude
Yeah.
combo.
Yeah.
So he was just cruising around because he's got the hair and the beard
Yeah.
every day
I can
anyway.
see it, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just a reason to walk around in a robe and,
Yeah.
and carry a big hammer.
It was great. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And because it was like, okay, you haven't had any time at the actual convention center because you've been babysitting my ass the entire time. Let's walk back to the convention center, do your thing, da da da. And then by the time we had we had tickets to go see the Adventure Zone live, which is
right on.
McElroy's again. So I'm like, oh, cool. I have to walk from the convention
Yeah,
center
That's not close.
to the Balboa.
Yeah.
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 And bless Alan's patience as I'm like hobbling.
Should have got you a scooter or something.
Okay,
You're not good at scooters.
I'm gonna super secret. My middle name is Grace, and it is a curse. Granted, it's my grandmother's name, and my grandmother is an amazing woman, and I miss her dearly, and she's amazing, amazing, amazing. She's the reason I'm a sewer, a seamstress, whatever, one of those things. But I have none of it. It is a curse on me. I am such a klutz. I am terrified. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, scooters are so much fun," and I'm like,
They're not wrong.
I'm gonna die. This is how I
They go
die.
real fast.
I
They do.
know.
They go 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, they do.
30 if you're going downhill.
Hell yeah, they do.
A lot of them were taken away during.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them were. A lot of the scooters
Not
were
enough,
taken away
not
during.
enough though.
Not enough.
There was still a good amount
You
around.
can't even go on the sidewalks. with
Yeah,
them.
no,
You have to be
it
on
was
the
dumb. If
street,
you're
and it's
in-
just a mess.
If you're in Gaslamp proper, like the sections that they block the streets off, you're dumb if you're trying.
Yep.
Yeah.
But if you get outside of that, you move
Yeah.
with traffic, you
You're
can
good.
get around.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a beautiful moment of watching two cosplayers in on scooters fly down the street, but they were in these really cute like 50s styles dresses, and one of them was the Monster Book of Monsters from Harry Potter,
Okay.
the furry one with the teeth that like
Okay.
hides under his bed, and the other one was Dolores Umbridge's office, so it had the kitty plates and the "I will not tell a lie" like written in blood across
Yeah.
the chest.
Right
It was
on.
so good. But to watch these cute little like 50 style sock hop like
Yeah.
girls zoom down the street, I was like, oh, okay, that's cute. But no, I would have died. But it was, I woke up Sunday morning and I'm like, no, I'm not going to con. It's the first time I've missed Sunday in close to a decade.
That's a bummer.
It was a bummer. I didn't, because normally Sunday's so slow that I actually get to spend time in the hall.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even get to see the entire dealer's hall this year.
No.
I got like maybe a third of it during preview night.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a really cute boy there that wanted to show me around. I'm like, I've seen all of these things, but you're really cute.
I'm not going to tell you that, though.
You're cute. All right.
It's the same floor every year, but, yes,
fine.
tell me everything you know.
Yeah, okay. Well, he I bought my kilt. He worked for Utilakilts last year, and I bought my kilt from him last year because he got me drunk on cherry cordial, and then I handed them $200 for a kilt.
That's how
and
that
then,
works.
Like the next year, he's like, "Oh no, I'm working at Chessex." I'm like, "Cool." That's my first stop. Every convention is like, go buy a new set of dice. Like it's just kind of a ritual.
I went there too. They had really pretty dice, but I didn't buy anything. But they were nice.
That was a whole nother mess. Their card reader wasn't working, and so then they realized, oh, it's the phone. They thought it was my bank, and I'm like,
Oh, for
so
you,
I had to
all right.
walk out of the hotel because I couldn't get phone signal. I had to walk out of the convention center trying to get phone signal. Still couldn't get it. I walked all the way to the Hilton
to get service.
Wow.
to get service and to go to the Starbucks there to see if my card worked.
Wow.
So I was like, I walked all the way to the Starbucks in the Hilton and then back, and I'm like, my card's not busted.
It's
And I talked to my bank.
It's your shit.
yours.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, well, here's my, I have the dice. And then, like, you better give me a discount. I walked all the way to Hilton for you. I
Every
didn't get a
booth
discount.
really is at the same area for the most part, if you think about it. Well, because
Yeah.
like the dice, and then right next to it is that booth where it's like
all the steampunk stuff.
I'm talking about like the dragon.
Oh, the dragons, yeah, the little, yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah,
put
the
on your
puppet
shoulder.
dragons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like right there. Because when I was looking at the dice booth, I was like, I turned over to the side and I was like, oh yeah, this is here last year, and this was here last year.
A lot, yeah, it's very much kind of the same, especially like the booths of larger companies.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them want the same spot. Like
Okay,
I
that's
always
fair.
know where Chessex is going to
Yeah.
be every year.
Yeah, it's
I
always-
can almost walk there blindfolded.
That's fair.
It is almost exactly, I'm really thinking about it. Even some of the smaller booths, my friend Natasha, her dad has had just a teeny tiny 10 by 10 of just collectibles, like just the smorgasbord of collectibles that he's had over the years, and he just
Same spot relatively
spot.
every year. Yeah.
same spot every year.
Like I can always find J. Scott Campbell. I can always find like Mark Brooks. Like the larger artists who are getting like the larger booths. I can comics and stuff. I can always find.
Yep.
They're just kind of always the same, which is why I'm fine with maybe doing one day in the hall as long as I kind of walk it, because for the most part it is still always
Yeah,
going to
it's
be
about
the same. Like the only things that really change are the super big booths, the Hasbro, the DC / Warner Brothers. Marvel, you don't really change Marvel. You just throw new props up.
Yep.
That's fair.
I'm calling you out, fuckers.
And for me, it's just like my reason, like my whole thing about going through the floor is like I love looking at like independent artists.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, it's just like I usually buy, pins or jewelry.
And it was easier to do this year because they shrank fucking Artist Alley.
Yeah, Artist Alley was so small.
Well,
It keeps
I didn't
getting
get to go to
smaller.
like other Artist Alley. There's like actual like drawing Artist Alley, and then there's like
Are you talking about the
tchotchke Artists Alley. Like
Oh, all right. So you're
independent-
not talking about the art auction.
no,
Okay.
no.
Because that's straight up off site now,
Yeah,
which is also some bullshit.
I
It's
mean,
in a hotel.
Marriott.
Yeah, it's in a
Yeah.
hotel.
Not even the Hilton or the fucking
Yeah.
Hyatt. Like you got to go 2 giant fucking things down.
Dude, I just learned we had a friend who got a hotel during Comic-Con, and I just realized how the fuck that works.
It's a
It's
lottery.
Oh, the lottery for it?
lottery.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. It's ridiculous.
Because she told us, she was like, if you guys want to do the lottery next year, we were at the Marriott, and they had a really good continental breakfast, and I was like, motherfucker.
Sure.
No, and here's the thing that made me mad because
It's gonna be like $500 a night.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, there was... I forgot
it was,
how many
It was
people
only
there's-
3 of them, but
Yeah, it was only
then
3 of them.
she invited me to go. I was like, I don't have money. Like
Yeah.
I would like to,
Yeah.
Like even if you're packing those beds, you're still
Yeah.
paying $100 a night.
which that's fine because I one
It's a lot, but
No,
one year-
I'm local. I have no
Yeah.
reason to.
one year I would like to have. A
I'm
hotel
one
just-
bus away.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it's 100%. It would
Yeah.
be it'd be super great.
Yeah.
There are times where Sarah from Villainous Slayer, she has had hotels in the area, and it is fucking great to have a hotel
Yeah.
so fucking close. But that cost is crazy.
I did
That's
it
fair.
once. I had some like sugar friends that they weren't sugar daddies. They were just sugar friends.
Oh, okay.
And it's super like double trust
I
fund,
had-
baby.
No, I had no context and no idea what you were talking about. I didn't know if there was like a company of sugar people or if we're talking about like Coke or
Yeah,
I don't.
I heard it as like sweet hooker friends, and I was like, I guess
I have those
'cause I heard
too,
sugar
but-
friends, and I was like,
Sugar.
I get it.
Yeah,
That's
like
fine.
a sugar.
Sweet hooker friends.
These sweet
Love
hooker
the
friends,
hookups.
are they like selling candy or is like candy their currency for sex? Like explain a sweet hooker to me.
I don't know.
Or is-
I
or is
heard
it
Baby
sugar.
spice.
or are all their names just like candy based? Like there's cotton,
Peppermint,
yeah.
cinnamon.
and licorice. She's
Bubble
always
yum.
pissed off.
But I stayed with them once, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool."
Yeah.
because you could get on the bus because it was on the bus route.
Okay, yeah.
But at the same time, it was just like, oh, okay. Well,
think-
I still have to. I'm dependent on the bus route, which
Yeah,
also
which also
closes at
stops.
10.
Yeah.
I think if we could at least get a hotel or know someone who has a hotel room, just the simple fact of being able to drop shit off
Yeah.
That's
is what
Yeah.
means a lot to me.
I also would have been at least 200% drunker.
Yeah. Constantly.
Yeah.
I had a fan reach out to me and was like, "Oh, I live really close to the convention center. If you'd like to come up and just relax."
Yeah.
And he gave me his address, and I'm like, "Wow, you really are very close to the convention center."
Yeah.
And then I looked at his profile, and I'm like,
You don't
Stranger
wanna be that
danger?
close.
stranger danger.
Yeah.
Because
I
He had
don't
an
wanna be
anime
that close.
profile. Yeah.
it was like, okay, you middle-aged guy, no evidence of a partner or family in any of your photos. It's
He had
just
at
a
least-
lot of pictures of your beautiful penthouse apartment and your cat.
And he had at least 3 pictures of him holding a sword.
Did he show his? Well, no, he did.
He had
show
a
his
wall
face,
of
but not-
fedoras.
Like I genuinely think that he was earnestly trying to offer me a nice service,
Yeah.
and I thanked him very much for the offer and told him that if I was in need, I would avail him of his services, and it was just one of those. I'm like, no.
Yeah. No, you gotta call that as it is on the surface.
Yeah.
That's
And if you do accept that, bring at least
Yeah, I was like,
2
bring a
or 3
friend.
other people with you.
Yeah, definitely.
Bring friends.
Definitely.
Or bring your favorite podcast with you.
That would be something to talk about.
Yeah, Macklemores.
Oh my God. You're embarrassing me in front of Travis McElroy.
That threw me off. I didn't have a transition off of that. Yep. I didn't have nowhere to go from there. But I mean, so you missed a day. Still,
Missed a day.
still good.
Well,
Overall?
after I missed a day,
You kind of missed a
got
day and
sick.
a half.
No.
Yeah, you actually
you
were
did.
going to be here last week
Yeah.
when we did the beans, and
It's a good show you
dodged
missed.
a bullet.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm halfway through listening to it now.
If you like, we have extra. If you want to take a shot,
No.
And chances, you have better chances of getting a non-gross bean overall,
Is there any grass beans in there?
possibly.
Grass beans
Do
are
we
the
have
best.
grass beans?
But because we put all the beans together
Oh no.
in the little mason jars, so we've got the remaining bean boozled, the remaining birdie bots, and a box of cocktail beans of like
Yeah.
cocktail flavored jelly beans.
Cocktail?
So it's a risk. Did we talk about our idea on the podcast last week?
Which
This
idea?
green could be
About what we'll
grass
do
or
with the
booger.
beans?
I
I don't think we did.
don't think we did.
Good. We're
So, Caitlin, as someone who does listen to the podcast,
fine. Yes.
what would you think of this idea? Because we have all these beans, we at one point said, "Oh, we'll use these as like punishment for like bad jokes and stuff like that." Hasn't really happened.
No.
What if we did at least one podcast? And I'm kind of thinking like being so focused, it still might not be enough. Maybe a month of PG podcasts, rated PG.
Damn, a whole month?
It's only 4 podcasts.
Just kidding.
It's
And
not
get it out
that
now.
hard.
And
Don't have me on the podcast if it's got to be PG.
Every
Or do.
thing that we say that could not fly on like PG or like television, you got to take the bean. Because like I said, the odds are good that you'll get an okay bean. So if you only take 2 or 3 beans a podcast because you dropped a couple F-bombs, that's not going to be as fun as suddenly getting dirt. So I'm thinking we kind of have to extend how long we're going to do that.
Yeah.
But
I think
yeah,
it'd
like
be fun.
does that
No.
sound like entertaining podcasting?
Yes, absolutely. Trying to listen to you guys keep a PG face.
I'm thinking maybe
yeah.
maybe September before we get into the Halloween season.
Yeah, that could work.
It's already Halloween season.
In our hearts.
No. It is officially here because it's in the craft stores, which means that it is officially Halloween season.
That's true.
The Great Pumpkin is here.
It's that Big Lots.
Yes!
They already got an aisle started. I was like,
Nice.
what the fuck?
I saw costumes at Costco. It's here.
We're here.
Nice.
This is Halloween.
Get my candy corn fix.
It was
That's
so
true.
good.
I like the pumpkin.
The pumpkins are. We've talked about it. Pumpkins are the superior candy corn.
as long as
delivery
they're
system.
fresh.
Yes, I've had one
Because
of the
if they start to get
Yeah.
old, then you'll.
I'm
end up
okay.
in-
I'm okay with like
I like
a
when
week
the
of being
mallows are
exposed, but it eventually does get too hard because I
Yeah.
do want that soft center.
Oh, I love
I'm all about that
soft
soft center.
Can't wait to watch my favorite movie starring Jake Skellingstone.
We should just
I
have
can't think of anything
Halloween
fast enough.
movies.
Nope,
Honestly,
nope, I'm just-
I want to like mash up Nightmare Before Christmas with another movie, and I just can't. I can't get there. For some reason, I was trying to think of like Romancing the Stone. For some reason,
All right,
I don't know
okay.
why.
We should
I need-
rewatch Under
watched
Wraps. Under Wraps.
Well,
We
no,
should
no,
rewatch
'cause-
Don't Look Under the
because the Disney streaming
Halloween
service
Town?
launches in November,
Halloween Town?
so we're gonna miss it.
Do what?
The Disney streaming service launches in November, so we're gonna miss Halloween time.
We could still watch Halloween movies.
No, we can 100% do that, but we can't do it before Halloween.
we got
this
the
year.
What your
internet?
VPN is full.
That's right, son. You just tell me what you want. I watched Hellboy last night,
Heck
the
yeah.
new one.
Oh God,
Whoa.
it's so bad.
So bad.
It's so
Yeah,
bad.
we watched
Yeah,
that a
it is
couple
a real
weeks ago,
disappointment.
And I just remember all of us sitting in front of the TV like, what the fuck?
The movie feels like it does not care about itself at any point.
I felt really
So
bad
like me
for,
as a teenager.
What's his name?
So many editing
Who's that
issues, so many
actor?
pacing issues. David
Yeah.
Harbour. So
Yeah.
many. Like,
He's just
I
like,
don't like how they made him
he's just
look.
Hooper with a tail.
yeah,
Season 3
Yeah.
Hooper specifically.
and he can't move his mouth at all.
Oh.
Not
Yeah.
a bunch. Like I kind of feel his face is a little too skeletal in the eyes area. So like Hellboy is a charming character,
Yeah,
but he looks too mean all the time that you
Yeah.
can't really buy him as being like charming.
yeah. No, he does look super evil.
Yeah.
I don't think we finished it.
No,
think
we did not. We did not
gave
finish it
up
at all.
and we watched
I
something else.
finished it last night. Yeah, it was disappointing. It was not good at all.
I mean, it was cool watching him fight giants. I guess
that's a cool scene, but
Oh,
like
it went on way too long.
Yeah, it was
but like,
long.
and it's also like the second string CGI team with the
Yeah.
third string backing them up.
Yeah,
Like it is not great CGI throughout the whole movie.
yeah,
Weirdly, even Mila Jovovich is not doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like she is an Oscar-winning actress.
but she
but,
can
like,
be good.
This genre is her jam.
Yeah,
Like she lives in this like weird female character world.
yeah.
And like I'd take fucking Ultraviolet her over this. She feels so wooden. Everyone
Yeah.
feels super wooden.
Yeah, it's odd.
I mean, she was literally stabbed onto a tree.
It's got
Yeah.
nothing to do with her performance,
Yeah.
but okay. Spoilers.
First 15, 20-ish minutes.
That's also true.
Yeah, that was a real bummer.
Then there's that weird scene with the ghost.
I remember checking out. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, no.
I don't blame you.
It was real bad.
Not a good movie.
But
at all.
if you guys want to do that stupid
Hey,
decom,
it's not dumb.
it is to me.
It's smart.
If you want to do that watch a decom with Anthony YouTube Twitch thing that you guys
100% want to do that.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get me at all, it's gonna be the Halloween stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
fine.
gonna be your best chance.
Okay.
So
What
you
about
know,
a superhero one?
I-
Up and away.
I've got a lot of superhero stuff.
Super strength.
Super strength. Not strength. Super strength.
It's a quote from the movie Up, Up and Away, starring Robert Townsend.
Yeah, he literally says that. He goes,
Hey,
"Oh
if
my
it ain't
God,
Meteor Man, then it
super
can suck a
strength."
dick.
It's
If
true.
you listen to it, he says super strength. he
Super
doesn't even
strength.
say strength. It's super strength.
I pointed this out to Steph.
Because he's quote urban.
I don't know.
They live in a very white boy house. Just
Wow.
you know, it's a Disney movie. Come on. If they're gonna have a black people, they're gonna be in a white person house.
Their weakness is aluminum foil.
Yes, aluminium.
Do you know anything about these movies? You're closer to their age than my age.
I'm 32.
Yeah, you're closer
I'm
to their age than
30.
my age.
I'm 29.
And I'm going to shut up. Yeah, no, I got plenty of superhero stuff to watch. You need to give me like fun Halloween stuff.
What about Goosebumps?
First, I haven't watched the second one because the first one was so surprisingly good.
Yeah.
I don't want the second one to suck.
I didn't even
That's
watch
my
the
honest
first one
opinion.
yet.
I didn't watch either of them.
The first one surprisingly good, surprisingly
I
fun to
haven't.
watch.
I'll
Let me
give it a-
let me tell you why I haven't watched the Goosebumps movies.
Jack Black.
I have a personal vendetta against R.L. Stein because he made the Goosebumps TV show, which is so bad.
Hey, so
I want to punch him in the face.
Are you kidding me? Like what is it? Don't look.
Don't go in the basement.
Don't go in the basement one.
Princess, Dad.
Why are you so angry at a bunch of Canadian children?
It's because I watched A Night in Terror Tower, which makes no goddamn sense.
The dummy ones were scary too.
Sure, with Happy the puppet.
Yeah, they were kind of creepy.
Speaking of creepy things, have you guys seen the trailer for Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark yet?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm so excited for all
That
the
looks
horror
pretty
movies
rad.
coming out.
Soon.
Like early August.
Yeah, like soon.
Like a week or two.
I'm so pumped.
It's like we get Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and then like It Chapter 2 is like
Dude,
a
I'm
month
so
after that.
I still haven't seen the first new It yet.
It's pretty good.
Really?
I liked it.
No.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Nobody wanted to go see it in the theater because everybody was too scared. I'm like, but it's supposedly really good.
The
and then-
sounds, like I think the music in that movie creeps me the fuck
Yeah.
out.
It's probably that Shepherd's tone again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Just shepherd's pie throughout the whole movie.
It's shepherd's tone.
Oh, my bad.
Remember toner? That's how I remember.
That's right. And the kid's doing the copy machine.
Yeah, there you go. Full circle. Yeah.
That's why everybody died and Dietlov passed.
And the what now?
Dietlov Pass. It's like this crazy. Okay, I don't want to take up way too much time for this, but I will have to like send you a link to it because I can't spell it.
Sounds like a German porno.
Is this a creepypasta?
Yes, well, not a creepypasta. It's like a legit like spoopy thing.
Okay.
Basically, a bunch of like skier hiker people, all like died in the middle of the night for no good reason. Like they
There's a
basically
lot of stories like that.
tore out of their tents from the inside and like were
Actually, I think I've heard about this.
found
I listened to a
splayed along the mountainside.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people who theorize that they all went mad from shepherd's tone because it's told that like the way that the wind comes across that pass will create the noise.
Oh, wow.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
I listened to a Cracked podcast episode that like a bunch of stories like that, like scarily unexplainable stories, and that sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's I have like a very big fondness for the macabre and like weird true stories.
Also known as the macabre.
The chupa macabre.
Chupa macabre.
But you know,
that's what Leland and I call it. Because for the longest time, like it's a word you read and
you
don't hear out
say
loud.
Yeah.
It's like macabre. I guess this seems clunky, but
And then you hear other people say like macabre. Like what? How did you even get there?
I think it wasn't until Elvira that I'm like, oh, macabre.
Yeah.
What's the RE doing here?
France.
Yeah. Macabre.
France.
I'm so sad that Elvira is not performing at Knott's Berry Farm anymore.
We were there for her.
Yeah,
last
we
show.
went to
We
her
saw the
last.
final
We,
show, yeah.
we went to
Right
we
on.
went to the because she did it last year. We went to one of her last shows.
Okay, yeah, we went Halloween night. We went like the last show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I'm like, she still got it.
She's awesome.
in her
Yeah.
60s, and she's still
Yeah.
on point. Did every song of hers that like I know, and it was funny because it was like my partner was just super excited about going and loves Elvira, and then I start like playing Elvira music on our way up, and he doesn't know the words or anything like that. I'm like, I thought you were an Elvira fan.
You didn't know
Yeah.
Two Pumpkins?
He knew nothing.
Aw.
Living in a haunted house, monster rap, nothing. And I'm like, I'm ashamed of you, and we're going to listen to these on repeat
Yeah.
all the way up to Buena Vista.
She is like legit a comedy influence to me. I like that like so sharply like dry wit,
Mhm.
and I don't want to say it's not satire, but I guess a little bit of satire on just the horror genre. Like, and then discovering Cassandra, like
Yes.
holy shit, like it took Elvira to a whole nother level to realize how smart Cassandra is to like this kind of valley goth girl
Yeah.
of Elvira. I'm like, fuck this, I love everything about this.
No, no, I'm just like lost in the
I thought you were
like,
about to follow up with
huh.
something.
If I say something poignant, like, nah, I wasn't paying attention.
Cassandra Peterson, the person who is Elvira, and also has like an insane life, like fucking front to back. She fucked Elvis.
Nice.
Yeah. Tom Jones took her virginity and
Oh my
nearly
God.
nearly her life.
Oh, Jesus.
Find a podcast with her talking about it. It's insane.
It's buck wild.
But like she's a groundling. Like she's improv.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, she's straight comedian.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, she's a lot of fun. The only time I've ever seen her get like tense and weird about things, like I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago, I was at Comic-Con and I was at one of the Trauma panels because Trauma partnered with something, and they did a documentary about Vampira
Okay.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the history of Vampira and
It's not Vampira.
I say Vampira.
I say Vampira.
Tomato, tomato.
Vampira, Vampiros.
Macabre, macabre.
Interesting. Okay,
Zendaya, whatever.
Yeah,
Macklemore, McElroy,
Rihanna and
Rihanna.
Rihanna. But it was this whole weird thing of like, you know, in the end they get Cassandra on and they're like, well,
That is real awkward.
That's super awkward.
right,
Wait,
because
what?
well, okay, because there's a lot of people out there that like shit on Cassandra really strongly, saying you stole your entire shtick
from
from
Vampira.
Elvira.
Yeah,
From-
Elvira
no,
stole it from
Elvira
Vampira.
Stole it from Vampira.
Yeah.
And so,
okay.
like, I don't know how the fuck they got her on this film, but it was literally like she's sitting and she's talking during one part of it,
Yeah.
and then at some point you can tell that she got mad and they are literally chasing after her with cameras and continuing to try and ask her questions
Wow.
about this situation, and she is just walking away. But I'm like, she already signed her contract, so
Yeah.
like that they can technically use
Yeah,
that
you
film.
can use that footage. Man.
Oh, God,
Like-
I was so mad.
Like if you look at that whole Vampira versus Elvira thing, yeah, like, it's more or less kind of
Yeah.
stolen. Like more of it is taken from Vampira than is original. I like them both. I think Vampira is a fantastic like the origin of so much of that kind of like just spookiness aesthetic and all that. But I would
Big
still
titty
take
goth girl, the
Yeah.
OG big titty goth girl, like, or goth girlfriend.
Yeah,
Like, it's,
but 100%, I'll still take Elvira every day because of the comedy, and that's
Right.
that's
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
my that was my
she
jam.
was vampy. She was supposed to be like sex. She wasn't supposed to be comedy. Vampire was
Yeah, just quiet, sexy, like she-
raging alcoholic. By the way, like there's like they were showing like outtakes from what is it? Something about Mars or whatever.
Plan 9.
Yeah, Planet 9.
Okay.
Pictures of her just like drunk tripping over stuff on set, and just she was
Man.
basically shit
That's not
faced
in
through
Ed
that
Wood.
entire movie.
Yeah, but it's also a bummer to realize it looks like the only reason why she even lost the lawsuit, she just did not have enough money to keep fighting.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Jesus.
like it's this kind of black spot in the Elvira kind of history.
But yeah, I don't know. I like Elvira. I love her. I love her comedy. I love the campiness. I love the spin on. It makes like horror like fun.
Yeah,
Because I do, in fact, even though I'm a big old scaredy cat a lot of times, and I have literally peed myself at jump scares. Like, I was young, but it was enough.
that's
and I
okay.
had
I'm pretty sure Leland did it last year. Well, just like watching The Conjuring, just that clap.
Yeah.
But you know, when you're a 12-year-old and they give you
Yeah.
the large at the movie theater and you
Listen,
don't realize
you're
that you've
full.
just bought like
you don't have the room to get scared.
no.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just I don't like jump scares, but I love horror. I love creepy. I love
Yeah.
spooky. I love things that make my brain hurt.
I love the aesthetic way more than the actual horror. And like I feel I'm pretty sure I've said it on podcast, like redundant horror is nothing. I don't want to see the same thing. I want to see weird new creative things. So what I do watch in horror is relatively small to what's out there.
Right.
But like give me a new design or a new reinvention of a trope or something, and I'm way more into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like watching Elvira shoo off a zombie who's trying to hump her leg
Right.
is fucking great.
No,
Yeah.
it's fantastic. Titty dagger, like
Yes.
everything just
I watched Mistress of the Dark like a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago.
Oh.
It's just a fantastic movie. And there's a reason why the Haunted House one isn't on Hulu.
it's a little bit nasty.
All right, so let's more or less wrap it up. Caitlin, what's your next convention? Do you have an idea? I know LA Comic Con's coming, but that's not till October.
LA
Anything before
Comic
then?
Con is the only thing that I know I absolutely want to go to.
Mm-hmm.
I still have to figure out the logistics of that. I might day trip it up to Long Beach just because it's an easy turnaround.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Long Beach.
I'm not like getting a hotel up there is too hard. like you really have to get way out of town before it starts to get affordable.
I stayed at a real shitty hotel one Long Beach year. I thought I could handle a 1-star. Turns out I do have standards.
Yeah, no, it's hard, and I was really fortunate that a family member paid for my hotel room last year. And the other years that I have gone to that event, I've either done it as a 1-day, or if I've gone to other events at that convention center, I'm usually staff, so I have a staff hotel room. But it's just one of those, like, I know how much my aunt spent on that one night in the host hotel that I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it again. It's a really nice hotel, but I also watched 2 homeless people take a shit in a bush from my hotel window.
Yeah.
In that weird little park that's like behind there by the lake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, why? Oh, no. No, you didn't wipe.
That's where she draws the line.
That's I have standards, okay? But yeah, I think maybe a Long Beach, but definitely LA, especially after the great success that I had with my Nerdist video that was filmed at LA. I'm hoping to approach them and be like,
hey guys, remember me?
Remember me?
How about we at me this time?
Well, okay, so that's a weird side story real quick. I ran into the guy who filmed me for Nerdist.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, hey, buddy. We're literally like walking down the gas lamp by myself and like ran into him. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? And I look down at his badge and he's got an IGN badge on.
Oh.
I was like, what's up? And he's like, yeah, Nerdist like let go of a bunch of people. And it's just some bullshit. I don't want to get into it, but IGN scooped me up, and I'm like, hell yeah, buddy!
Good to be working.
You do good things,
yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, well now that you're with IGN, so we can
do that video again.
We're gonna keep this going. Now that I know that, like, because at first I was like, you are totally not a nerd, and then now I've watched his growth as a nerd, because one of the pieces he covered before me was for the Saber Fighting Guild.
Yeah.
And now he does saber fighting as a hobby, which I'm like, yes,
that is
get
cool.
your nerd on. But so I'm like, okay, so hello LA Comic-Con. See this video that has 1.6 million views that's filmed on site. Can I please have a free booth? Thank you. That's my goal, because at this point LA Comic-Con is not big enough for me to enjoy doing mobile, because in reality, even though they did all that filming with me, I didn't do dick for repairs that entire convention. I did maybe.
When is that one?
Huh?
When is LA Comic-Con?
That
Halloween.
one's that one's Halloween. That's the old Stan Lee / Kamikaze.
Yeah.
Now it's the LA Comic-Con.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's like I maybe did 30 repairs over the course of the weekend.
That's weird, because I would assume that it's not like the con, it's the volume, and that's still a okay cosplay level convention.
It's a ratio thing.
Yeah.
Volume of cosplayers to normie is still very high.
Yeah.
But it's a whole new subsect of cosplayers that don't know I exist. So,
okay.
like, a lot of all of the LA people who know me are anime people and da-da-da. These are all families. These are all families that can't afford to go to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
That just want to dress up and have fun. So it's not, there's a lot of cosplayers, but you don't see the like big names show up the way you do at some of these other conventions.
Yeah, like WonderCon and stuff like that.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
You're not seeing Sneaky Zebra come and do a video at LA. It's growing though. I've noticed that.
It has gone through a lot of turmoil.
Yeah.
Like between Stan Lee, Elvira, Kamikaze, LA, like its identity seems to have never really been able to solidify.
I'm hoping now that it is just LA's Comic-Con that has the opportunity to grow unfettered and just figure itself out.
Catch 'em.
Gotta love that Foley work. Good job, Jordan.
I try.
That was all with his mouse. Regular fucking Michael Winslow over here.
Hey, favorite character in Police Academy. So that's a movie from the 80s.
that I haven't watched yet. I remember.
Oh shit! All right, okay, we're here.
I remember that.
Hashtag a read. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I can. I'm also hoping to maybe scoop up the wig doctor, who's this lovely human being that I've met that does what I do for costumes, but for wigs.
Nice.
So she's.
Are you working on any other projects?
So I, at the beginning of the year, told myself that I wanted to start a YouTube channel, and it just really hasn't fallen into place yet. Just because I really don't have a camera set up yet. I really don't have a space to film in.
Yeah.
Really. I had a huge flood in my house at the beginning of the year, and I still haven't moved back in. I would say easily 2/3 of my room is still in the garage, and I've just learned to live with none of my stuff. It's very bizarre.
Yeah.
But it's still in the works. The YouTube will still come because I want to do it, and I want to make this push towards being an educator and talking about like costuming as a hobby, as a skill, and talk about a lot of things that other people aren't talking about on YouTube. Things like emotional affects of cosplay, what it can do for you positively, what can happen negatively, how to circumnavigate that. Because when I do panels at conventions, that's my like number one bestseller. Is I do surviving the day in cosplay, and a lot of it has to do with self-care and cosplay, and that's just stuff that's not being talked about right now.
Yeah,
That's very true.
it's not as glamorous.
It's not, and you know, I am not.
You can't fit that into a filtered Instagram post.
No, and especially not to be self-critical, but I don't look like the rest of the cosplay people. So a lot of that is like, I don't have that kind of content. I don't have the photo shoots. I don't have this, that, and the other. So what do I do to continue to grow my viewership and get the word out that I exist and that I'm here to help? Is like, okay, what do ugly people do? Ugly people do funny things instead of pretty things. So if I make a YouTube and I can be funny,
That's what I do.
heck yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So to help out Caitlin, jump on that Patreon.
I love all my Patreon people.
Give her
Actually, my
that
Patreon
money.
people is what funded my WonderCon adventure entirely.
Yeah, nice.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't
That's
start
awesome.
patronizing you until after that, I think.
No, you did. I think you did it before. Oh, well, I don't know. I just know that between my Patreon and I emptied my PayPal balance, which is where all of my coffee
donation stuff,
like Ko-fi or coffee or whatever, the little like $3 donations.
I don't understand that, but now's not the time to go into it.
Yeah, but and like basically I dumped everything out and was like, this is just enough for my gas to get up there and my hotel room and a couple meals and one drink at Trader Sam's, and it was like worked out perfectly.
Yeah. So all the places they can find you, what are they?
At Sergeant Swift Stitch, and it's SGT Swift Stitch, all one word, on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and Patreon. I don't think I'm on. Oh, and Venmo.
Unified branding.
Thank you, Barry.
There you go.
And Caitlin, since you know us so well, why don't you take us out?
You can find the League of Ridiculous Conversations at LORC Podcast on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. And you can email them at lorcpodcast@gmail.com and subscribe and rate on anywhere you can find podcasts, including Libsyn, whatever the fuck that is, because I still haven't figured that out.
Yeah,
that's where we host the podcast.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
the
all right,
hosting
cool.
service.
Yay, Libsyn.
Yeah.
Thank you for hosting. Don't listen to this.
We just this week, meaning last week to you in the future, we posted the Google link, which has been elusive for a long ass time. But yeah, nice, better than these two jamokes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
whoa.
Dear listeners,
You know what?
no.
I give you props.
Dear listeners, if you like listening to me, write in lorcpodcast@gmail.com and tell these jerks that you want to hear my dulcet tones more often. Please and thank you. Sincerely, your favorite guest, Caitlin, a.k.a. Sergeant Swiftstitch.
And just so you know,
Yes, Jordan?
1, I don't listen to this podcast, and
I know.
2, I don't listen if I'm not talking.
I also know.
1,
What?
I listen to this podcast.
I know.
2, I have bad memory.
That's
I
a
get very
goddamn
nervous
lie.
when I talk.
That's
You're
the
my-
biggest lie in the world.
I
But she
remember
does-
shit that shouldn't matter.
She does freeze like a deer in headlights.
True. She does, yeah. It's true.
Yeah. So
You are a darling goldfish.
I don't
Thank
blame
you.
her.
I love goldfish.
There we
That
go.
was my first SN. Goldfish crackers 3RZ at AOL.com.
It took me a while to remember what SN was.
Uppercase, lowercase.
You were that girl.
3RZ.
Well, you know what,
goldfish
Steph? Mine
crackers.
was Titman Silver because I really wanted a silver
Titman.
Titman paintball gun.
Yeah, that's
And
what it
I'm
was.
that loser.
I'm not going to say mine because it's really, really embarrassing, and we're just not going to go there.
The one after that was JP Spider, spelled with a Y, because I also wanted a spider paintball gun.
I was DDR Freaker 89.
Well,
that
sorry.
was my AIM-SN.
Sorry, JP Spider 1989, because, gotta have the year in there.
Gotta put your ear in there.
You know why? Because I really liked the DDR and I really liked freak dancing. And I was born in 89.
And then from there, I was a random man JP.
Oh, God.
And also Mr. Random himself.
Are you still random when you put your initials in it, though?
Well, okay.
Yeah, let's not look into it that closely.
It's not that I am. It's more of
You weren't
character.
You weren't a randomized person. You
Yeah.
were a person who is random.
Yes.
Okay.
And also, I eventually made a superhero called Random Man.
I love it.
His special power was that he basically had matter manipulation, but only in his hands. But he could not control it.
Where's this superhero?
It's in like a graph
In
book.
in your fan
Like-
fiction?
I've drawn out like a full comic.
Man, you said it. It exists. Now the people are going to want it. Anna, email us. Tell Jordan to do this.
His special attack was called the Random Punch, where he would punch somebody, but his hand would turn into a random object. He didn't even know what it was going to be.
I'm so sorry.
It's ridiculous.
That's why it's called Random Man.
Yeah. All right. No, that checks out. That checks out.
It's fantastic.
Steph, if they want to find you on the internet,
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Stephanoids. STEPHUHNOIDS.
You can find me on most social media platforms at Jordan is a Bear. Unified Branding. What's up, Barry? How you doing? Been a long time.
I do need to hit him up.
Yeah.
I've absolutely been
record
meaning
that?
to.
What?
No, he just likes looking at his phone while he does his own outro.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I got a text message that I'm reading right now as I'm doing this, so I'm not really paying attention.
Is
to
it a
what's
booty
happening.
call?
No, not at all. I wish it was.
Well, then it's not important enough.
Why is your... Never mind. It's okay.
If you want to booty call me, though, slide into these DMs on Twitter at Graphite Night and not the Instagram because I do not exist there. But I'm thinking
I've
about it.
tried.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about maybe either taking on Spooky Spookington or So Goth Shitspats. So
I tag you in both
yeah.
just to do it.
If I see a sudden influx of followers to either one of those accounts,
I like Spooky Spookington.
I kind of do too. But So Goth Shitspats is also fun.
Have you ever tried calling Instagram?
They got a
You
phone number?
can't.
Goddamn.
I just thought of it just now because for a long time I was having issues with my Nintendo account. And the only way I could fix it is if I called Nintendo. So I had their number on my phone for
Send me a
like,
screenshot of that.
for like months, and then I finally just called like over the weekend. And I got my shit taken care of in like in 5 minutes.
Our favorite engineer Ramon has legit been trying to hack into my account and get it to work. And he's in my Monday night D&D game that I'm running. And he's like, I've done everything I can. Maybe it'd be easier if I hacked your email. What's your email and password? I'm like, bitch, if I knew the password, I'd have been in this and we wouldn't have a problem. So I gave him my email address. I'm like, good luck. If you get in there, I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
But that's it. So until next week, I'm Anthony.
I'm Caitlin.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Steph.
And we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.